Ever wondered what are the most overrated tourist spots in America? Welcome to our journey exploring the so-called tourist traps. These are places that are heavily advertised and often overcrowded, promising an unforgettable experience but sometimes falling short of expectations. From the Four Corners Monument to the bustling Times Square, we'll uncover the truth behind the hype. We're not saying they're not worth visiting, but we'll help you set realistic expectations. So buckle up as we take a scenic route to uncover America's most overrated tourist spots. Starting off our list at number 12 is the Four Corners Monument. Nestled in the heart of the Southwest, this spot uniquely allows you to stand in 4 U.S. states at once: Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado. Sounds exciting, right? But here's the thing. It's essentially a plaque on the ground in the middle of nowhere. With limited attractions and facilities, it's a long drive for a quick photo op. So much hype for a simple geographic point, wouldn't you agree? Moving on to number 11, the Hollywood Walk of Fame. This star-studded sidewalk, born in 1960, has been a magnet for dreamers and tourists alike. With 2,600 stars and counting, it's easy to hours here. However, it's not all glitz and glamour. The reality is it's just a sidewalk. It's crowded, noisy, and let's not forget you're essentially looking at names on concrete. Kind of overrated, don't you think? At names on the sidewalk isn't everyone's idea of fun, is it? Before we move on to the next scene, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with friends who would find it interesting, and of course, subscribe to our channel for more such intriguing content. Next on our list at number 10 and 9 are San Francisco's Fisherman's Wharf and Lombard Street. Nestled in the heart of the city, Fisherman's Wharf is a bustling hub, brimming with shops, seafood restaurants, and street performers. However, despite its vibrant atmosphere, it's often criticized for its inflated prices and touristy vibe. Moving on to Lombard Street, known as the crookedest street in the world. This one-block section, with its sharp turns and beautiful flower beds, is indeed a sight to behold. But is it worth the hype? With traffic congestion and limited parking, some might argue it's more hassle than it's worth. These iconic locations have been woven into the fabric of San Francisco's identity, but their appeal seems to rest more on reputation than reality. Overpriced seafood and a crowded street, do they really live up to their reputation? Moving swiftly on to numbers 8, 7, and 6, Dole Plantation, Bourbon Street, and Café du Monde. Nestled in the heart of Oahu, Hawaii, the Dole Plantation started as a humble fruit stand in the 1950s. Now it's a veritable pineapple paradise, attracting tourists with its enormous maze, train rides, and of course the sweet allure of pineapples. But is it overrated? Well, the plantation's history is fascinating, and the pineapples are indeed tasty, but the commercialization might leave a sour taste for those seeking an authentic Hawaiian experience. Next up is Bourbon Street. Known as the heart of New Orleans' French Quarter, it's famous for its vibrant nightlife, colorful buildings, and the annual Mardi Gras celebration. It's a place buzzing with energy, music, and the smell of Creole cuisine. But beneath the glittering surface, Bourbon Street is often criticized for its rowdiness and overpriced establishments. One might argue that quieter, less touristy areas offer a more authentic taste of the city's rich culture. Finally, we arrive at Café du Monde in New Orleans, renowned for its French-style beignets and chicory coffee. Since 1862, it's been a favorite among locals and tourists alike. However, some argue that it's become too tourist-centric, with long lines and inflated prices overshadowing the charm of the traditional cafe experience. Pineapples, parties, and pastries, are they worth the hype? Only you can decide, but remember, sometimes the best experiences lie off the beaten path. Number 5 on our list takes us to Massachusetts, Plymouth Rock. This small stone, steeped in history, is said to mark the Pilgrims' first steps on American soil in 1620. However, its authenticity is disputed, and there's no historical evidence to support its iconic status. Furthermore, visitors often express disappointment at the rock's diminutive size. An attraction fueled more by folklore than fact, it's a curious piece of Americana. A small rock with a big story. But is that enough to justify the attention? At number 4, we have the International UFO Museum and Research Center. Nestled in Roswell, New Mexico, this museum is a magnet for extraterrestrial enthusiasts. It's a trove of alien-related artifacts, documents, and interactive exhibits that claim to unravel the mysteries of the universe. However, critics argue its credibility is as elusive as the aliens it spotlights. Its over-reliance on conspiracy theories and lack of substantial evidence leave many visitors underwhelmed. For some, it's out of this world; for others, it's a bit of a stretch. Now we're down to our top 3, kicking off with Times Square and the Gum Wall. Times Square, named after the New York Times, is a commercial intersection and neighborhood in Midtown Manhattan. Known for its bright lights, colossal billboards, and Broadway theaters, it's a spectacle that's hard to miss. However, it's often overcrowded, and the cost of everything from food to entertainment is inflated. On the other side of the country in Seattle, you'll find the Gum Wall. This unconventional attraction located in Post Alley under Pike Place Market has its own quirky charm. Since the early 90s, people have been sticking their chewed gum on this wall, resulting in a vibrant, albeit slightly revolting, mosaic of gum. While it's certainly unique, the hygiene aspect, or lack thereof, can be off-putting to some. So we have the dazzling excess of Times Square and the peculiar allure of the Gum Wall. Bright lights and sticky walls, are they really worth the trip? And finally, at number 1 on our list, Seattle's Space Needle. This iconic structure, soaring over 600 feet into the city's skyline, is more than just an observation tower. It's a symbol of the city's innovative spirit, a beacon of the space age, and a popular tourist attraction. Located at the Seattle Center, the Space Needle was constructed for the 1962 World's Fair and has been drawing in visitors ever since. Its futuristic design and panoramic views of the city, Puget Sound, and Mount Rainier are certainly impressive. But here's the thing. It's just a tall tower with a view. The elevator ride up is swift, the observation deck is often crowded, and the tickets? Not exactly budget-friendly. It's certainly a must-see for first-time visitors, but seasoned travelers might find it a bit overrated. So, the Space Needle. A tall tower with a panoramic view, but is it really the pinnacle of tourism? And there you have it, America's most overrated tourist spots. From the Four Corners Monument to the Space Needle, we've journeyed through a dozen locations that some might find a bit underwhelming. But let's not forget, the beauty of travel lies in personal preferences. What may seem like a tourist trap to one might be the highlight of another's journey. Remember, travel is what you make of it. What's overrated for some might be awe-inspiring for others. Until next time, safe travels.